Hey Clayton, how are you? Long time listener here. My name is Lee. You always talk about moving your properties to a legal entity. How do you proceed? Do you just call the bank and tell them? Do you call the title station? Could you give me more information? Thank you so much, and keep up the good content.
Thank you, Lee. So a couple of points there. I mean, number one, I would encourage you to check out our video series that we did here on the channel about, is it necessary for you to buy in an LLC? Because if you're going to go the financing route, traditional financing with these incredibly low rates right now, there's an opportunity for you to pick up this property using your own personal name and then transfer it to an LLC later on. So if you're just getting started, it might not necessarily be the route that you want to go just yet. But again, seek legal advice on this. I'm not a lawyer or a financial advisor, so I can't tell you one way or the other. But just to say, I've done it where we'll purchase with our own name to get the really incredible rates from the bank. And then there are opportunities. Garrett Sutton, a lawyer, talks about this in his book, The Loopholes of Real Estate. We work with his team at Corporate Direct to set up an LLC. Very easy to do, and talk to their team about how, okay, I'm buying this property in my own name with the bank. I'd like to transfer this into an LLC, a legal protection LLC. And that's something you want to do. I mean, in my personal opinion, that's something that I would definitely do for legal protection so that that asset is not tied to your name personally. Okay. Because if a tenant slips and falls and hurts his or herself and, then sues you, they're suing you because you own that property in your own name. So in a short amount of time after you close on the property, what we have done, in my opinion, what we have done is we've then transferred it into an LLC after we've closed and we've gotten this great financing. And as Garrett Sutton writes about in his great book, The Loopholes of Real Estate Investing, we'll have a link below to that so you can check out that book. There are ways to do it and structure it properly, but you definitely want to work with a legal team on that. You do not want to try to do this yourself because it's very important about the way that your entities are set up. You should have a professional do it, and they can do it for a few $100s. I mean, it's very inexpensive to set up an LLC in the state, typically where the property is located. So again, we have multiple LLCs where our rental properties are located, and that's typically what they will do. They'll set up an LLC in the rental market where you own those properties. Remember, it's not a matter of, as Garrett says, he's famous for saying this, it's not a matter of if you will be sued. It's a matter of when. Now, not to scare you, but very often, these small things can happen where, someone wants to sue you for $1,500 because of this issue. You didn't fix a handrail or whatever. It's going to happen, right? You might be lucky and it'll never happen. But you always just want to be prepared in case it does. And that way, if someone ends up suing you, then they can only sue the legal entity that owns the rental property. And then they can't come after you and your primary residence where you live and all of that extra stuff, the cars that you own and your other assets. They can only go after the LLC that owns the rental property. So again, check out the team at Corporate Direct. We have a direct link on our website, I believe. If you go to morrisinvest.com/LLC, it should take you right to Corporate Direct. Tell them we sent you. And in fact, I think you save like $100 off if you use that link because we've been working with them for years. So again, morrisinvest.com/LLC, and get on the phone with those guys. They're fantastic and they'll give you some great legal advice on that process. So thank you, Lee, for that question. If you have a voicemail question you'd like to ask, again, go to our website, go to morrisinvest.com/Clayton. And again, while you're there, grab our 90-day financial freedom bootcamp. Again, we put a lot of work into this and it's totally free. Download the PDF. It's like 30 pages or so. And we take you through week to week to week. And we're going to make you do homework. We're going to make you put stuff on a calendar and really map out your financial future. And I think it'll be transformative. We've had thousands of people download our bootcamp and they've had unbelievable success. So take advantage of it. It's totally free. We built it for you. We want to see you succeed. Thanks, everyone. Now go out there, take action, become a real estate investor. I believe it's the #1 way to build wealth. We'll see you next time, everyone.